So we're about 13 hours removed from Elimination Chamber, and I'm still very shocked at the events that unfolded last night. And honestly, look, man, John Cena really turned heel. This is something that I never thought could ever happen. But moments like last night, it's hard to really put into words what what that means to people like me, like fans of John Cena. But it's lightning in a bottle. I'm not sure we'll ever see anything like this ever again. There's only one John Cena, and there's only one person that could have ever done a heel turn like this. Somebody who you really never thought would ever turn heel, and this moment is, it's lightning in a bottle. Like, and man, it's really hard to put into words. But we're gonna try to explain and kind of talk about it later in the video. I do want to talk about the Elimination Chamber pay per view as a whole. I thought it was a phenomenal pay per view. I thought it was, top to bottom, one of the best pay per views Triple H has ever booked. This is gonna be a completely, like, this is a real video. Like, I'm not gonna do any edits. I just want to give my thoughts. I've had about 12, 13 hours to really grasp my thoughts, and some of them might be a little it might be weird, but just because the magnitude of what we seen last night is, wow, it's weighing down on me, and I'm excited for WrestleMania, but I'm still in shock. So bear with me, because this is unedited, and I just want to talk to you guys like for real. So we start the night off. Oh, actually, before we do, go into the chamber, uh, review, like, comment, subscribe. Also, click the Discord link in the description box down below. We're gonna go live tonight, BTBC. I would love for all of you to come tune in and talk wrestling with us, talk Elimination Chamber with us at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight over on at the Wrestle Spot YouTube channel. So come talk with us, give your thoughts on what was industry changing event last night. So now we can get into the pay per view, and we can start off with the women's chamber match. Honestly, one of the hottest starts we've ever seen to a pay per view. Jade Cargill coming out, attacking Naomi. Man, that was such a surreal moment. We've been waiting and clamoring for Jade Cargill to come back, and she finally came back and attacked Naomi. We don't know what Bianca Belair's we don't know what role she plays into this. Did she send Naomi to attack Jade? Did they both attack Jade? I mean, it's only a matter of time before we do find out, but obviously Bianca does have some stuff to deal with. She's going to go on to WrestleMania, potentially face Rhea or Io, or maybe even both in a triple threat. So there's a lot for Bianca to deal with, and I wonder if we're going to get our answer on this road to WrestleMania, or if this is something that's going to lead to maybe like SummerSlam. Very interesting. And shout out to a good friend of mine, Lisha. She had pointed out that Bianca Belair was not in the presser, right? Like in the room with all the reporters. She was at the panel with like Big E and them. And shout out to her, because she had said something about that they didn't want people digging in too deep into, the Bianca and Jade stuff. That just makes perfect sense, and I wonder what there's something a lot deeper to this. So I wonder what that is. Also, shout out to the other women, Roxanne, Bailey, Alexa, Liv, all did phenomenal. I think Liv Morgan was the MVP of this match. I don't know what she's gonna do for WrestleMania, and I don't know what Alexa's gonna do, but we're kind of on the course of Roxanne and Bailey potentially facing off. Liv Morgan might be involved in a tag team feud, but then again, we really don't know. So we'll see. And then Alexa, we just don't know. But this was a great women's chamber match, and I think it's probably the best one. But I don't know. I'd have to watch all the chamber matches put together, all the women's ones at least, and see if this is actually the best one, because this was a phenomenal chamber match. Moving on, we had Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Honestly, I was a little tuned out of this match. I really don't know what it was. It was cool seeing Trish Stratus. I thought they had a pretty good match, and Trish Stratus did look good. She looked great. Also Tiffany Stratton. I think all four of these women did a great job. I don't know. I just wasn't really super into this match. I don't think it needed to happen personally. Like, even before the pay per view, I was just like, this match. it feels like the polar bear in this match card. I thought this match card was really good outside of this match, but the match was still good. Shout out to all women. I don't know, I think Trish Stratus is probably done for right now. I don't think she's gonna compete at Mania. In terms of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, I don't know what they could possibly do. But now Tiffany Stratton is on to embark on her journey to WrestleMania to face Charlotte Flair, which should be a pretty good feud. Let's hope Triple H does book the women a lot stronger this year, because over the last couple of years, women's feuds heading into WrestleMania have been kind of weak. Even the Bayley and Io storyline last year, which I thought was probably the second hottest storyline heading into WrestleMania outside of like The Rock, Cody, Roman Reigns stuff. I thought that was the hottest one, but they couldn't capitalize on it. Hopefully they do capitalize on what could be a really great feud between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. But that's kind of all I have to say about that match. Now we're going to move on to personally my match of the night, and I think a match of the year contender, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This was brutal. This was absolutely brutal. Just seeing barbed wire steel chair. I mean, when was the last time we seen barbed wire in WWE? I don't remember. Maybe you guys can clarify that for me and bring it up. But I don't remember. This was a brutal match from start to finish. Both of these men looked like they absolutely hated each other and they wanted to kill each other. Kevin Owens bringing back the power bomb to the apron was such a nice touch, and he did it 3 times. That man was trying to kill Sami Zayn. The table spots were great. Like, just everything about this match, the hatred, I loved every bit of it. And how could we not talk about the ending, right? Kevin Owens trying to pull off the padding from the floor, gonna powerbomb Sami Zayn, and then boom, out comes Randy Orton coming back, hits KO with a RKO, and he's gonna set up for the punt kick. I'm thinking he's gonna hit it, and they stop him. The payoff for the punt kick is gonna be absolutely monumental, and it's gonna happen at WrestleMania. I get why they didn't do it last night. I know there's people that are obviously mad out there as to why it didn't happen, but you got to think, man, the punt kick is a maneuver that could potentially take you out for months, weeks. It could, that's what it's been built on. If you've taken a look in the past, people have had time off due to the punt kick. It's a move that is very protected, and it takes people out. So I kind of understand there's only 6-7 weeks to Mania, and you're not gonna have Kevin sit out for a majority of this feud. So that buildup is gonna be great, and the payoff when Randy Orton punt kicks KO at WrestleMania is gonna be great. And I think KO is gonna take some time off after WrestleMania. So now we move on to the main event, the men's Elimination Chamber match. This was a roller coaster of emotions. I was super nervous going into this match because I was under the impression that Logan was potentially going to eliminate Cena, right? Or Cena was going to eliminate Logan, therefore Logan causes Cena and sets up that match. I really didn't want to see that match at WrestleMania, but what we got was actually way better. Unfortunately, for one person, I think he got the short end of the stick, and that was Drew McIntyre. Getting rolled up, being the first person eliminated is actually kind of crazy, but it looks like we're going to see Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest at WrestleMania, which sucks for Drew McIntyre. I actually like Drew McIntyre, and I don't think he should be in this position. But then again, somebody has to bite the bullet. Somebody has to get the short end of the stick, because the problem that Triple H has is actually a good problem to have, is that your main event division is so stacked. Not everybody can have a main event match. And Drew McIntyre is unfortunately the person that's going to lose out. It's unfortunate to him. Damian Priest had a good showing. I think all 6 of these men had great showings in this match. Damian Priest got eliminated by Logan Paul, Frog Splash. Logan Paul, I thought they were hinting at Logan Paul and CM Punk low-key a little bit, because CM Punk did eliminate Logan Paul. John Cena came in here. Man, AAs, shoulder tackle, doing his thing, his little 5 moves of doom. Cena looked great. I was surprised Cena took some bumps. The power bomb into the Elimination Chamber cage, and then he went through the actual pod, which I was pretty shocked about. This was great, man. The face-off between Punk and Cena, I felt like a kid, man. Like, I truly felt like a kid. Like, I was watching 2011 all over again, 2012, 2013, seeing their feud. And seeing Cena saying, I missed you, and then Punk saying, I miss you too. I mean, that's a moment, man. And I loved every bit of their confrontation. And then, Seth Rollins, what a hater, dog. What a hater. Seth Rollins just could not get his eyes off of CM Punk, and it caused for him to lose the match. Now, what happened at the end where Seth Rollins did cost CM Punk, and you see Seth Rollins outside screaming out, die, 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 and John Cena and the STF. You see, that was the first sign to me. John Cena getting a win like that. John Cena never takes wins like that. No, John Cena doesn't take the easy way out. John Cena is always about hustle, loyalty, respect. He's always the guy that wants to get the job done the right way. He wants to get a win the right way. The fact that he kind of took the high road and decided to go after CM Punk after he had just been attacked was a little odd to me. And they protected CM Punk. Obviously, he didn't tap out. He just passed out. So that was good. But now we're gonna move on to the most shocking part of the night. So Cena obviously wins. Cody Rhodes come out. And then The Rock and Travis Scott, which was a surprise to me, him coming out with The Rock. And Cody Rhodes, tells The Rock, go F yourself. I don't know if I could say that on here, but and you see John Cena in the background, and he's cheering like gleefully, right? Like he's like let's go, and something was wrong, but I couldn't pick up what it was. And then the moment happened, like the hug, and you see Cena's face goes from a smile to just utter disappointment, like his soul was gone. Man, this is a moment that I could have never ever predicted in my wildest dreams, in my wildest imagination. John Cena, I mean, I'm wearing his shirt right now. Like the last time is now. Like look at this. This is John Cena through and through. And now that he's heel, now that he has turned, and I'm happy because I think he's gonna win 17 at WrestleMania, and I'm such a fan of John Cena that whether he's heel or he's face, I could support this guy, but it broke the little kid heart in me seeing him turn heel. The little kid in me, his heart broke because that's a man that I grew up around and around watching and just seeing him doing things that he did back in 05, 06, 07, all the way through 2013, whatever the case may be. He was a superhero to me. But now that I've grown older and I've gotten to see this, like I also love this. I love this, and I appreciate it. And this is a moment that we're gonna talk about in 20, 30 years. And we're gonna say, where were you on March 1st, 2025? Because I know where I was. I was at my friend's house, and I was watching potentially the greatest heel turn of all time. Potentially one of the greatest moments of all time. And The Rock and John Cena working together, it's a moment that I never foresaw coming. And I'm happy about it. And I think we're going to go on this year-long Cena heel turn. None of this. None of the you can't see me. No more five knuckle shuffle. No more saluting, running down the ramp. There's none of that anymore. It's going to be suits and no more make-a-wish, break-a-wish. Never give up. That's out the door. It's give up. It's over. I don't even know what timeline we're in. I'm genuinely shocked. And this moment will live forever. And Cody Rhodes and Travis Scott and Rock and Cena, they put on an all-time segment last night. And I applaud them for that. And I applaud the WWE and I applaud Triple H for taking a risk. This is a risk. Turning John Cena heel when you've never turned him heel in like since 05. This man has been a babyface since 05. It's 20 years. And you take the risk on his final year to turn him heel. That is, you have balls, Triple H. You have balls, WWE, to do that. And guess what? You swung it out of the park. And I hope you swing it out of the park for the rest of the heel turn. Swing it out. Do everything you possibly can with John Cena that you possibly could. I want him to be quite literally the nastiest heel of all time. Even if it's just 10 months. Last night's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is a 10 out of 10. It is one of the greatest pay-per-views ever, and we're going to remember the pay-per-view not just by the John Cena heel turn, but obviously that's going to overshadow a majority of the show. But I hope people remember this show for everything that happened. The Jade Cargill stuff, right? The women's chamber match. The Sammy and KO match. I don't think that match should get overshadowed. The men's chamber matches, the men's chamber match, the moments that match had, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view might literally be the greatest pay-per-view that Triple H has ever booked. And it's going to go down as one of the greatest pay-per-views, not just in WWE, but in professional wrestling history. Shout out to the WWE, shout out to Triple H, and shout out to everybody that put their hands in to work on this magnificent show. The WWE is hot right now. And if you haven't realized it yet, well then, you're about to realize it now. We're on the road to WrestleMania. And we're going to get a legendary run. So, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.